At the end of September 2023, I took a plane from Riga Airport in Latvia to Bilbao Airport in Spain. There I boarded a bus and went to Irun city in the Basque Country, and then by taxi to the Cabo de Higuer lighthouse by the Atlantic Ocean. On the first day, the plan was to walk the first kilometers from the Atlantic Ocean to the hotel in the Irun city. Unfortunately, I can't get a long vacation in the summertime due to my job. Therefore, I only had the opportunity to walk the GR11 trail at the end of September and October. In various sources, I came across advice from professionals who advised me not to go on this trail under any circumstances after mid-September. The main arguments mentioned were weather conditions, storms and cold, as well as the lack of accommodation and mountain huts in the off-season. It could also be difficult to buy food, because many places that are open in the summer closes as winter approaches and stay closed for the next season. When I asked if they knew anyone who had walked the entire GR11 trail from the Atlantic to Mediterranean in the off-season, I received an answer: no. But theoretically, it could be possible. Of course, a lot depends on the weather. The second reason for probable failure would be that the bag with warm equipment would weigh so much that it would be impossible to carry it for so many days and kilometers. But in that moment, like a fish, I had a hook in my mouth. I didn't know how. I only knew that I needed to do it. I had a year time to figure out how to do it and prepare accordingly. At home, I usually cover hiking distances of over 50 kilometers twice a week. However, I must admit that there are no big mountains in my country, only small hills, which I hike almost every day. Anyway, I was very serious about preparing for this event. Every free moment I spent studying the nuances of the trail and watching YouTube videos with the experiences of other hikers. It was clear to me that countless people had done GR11 trail in the summer, but I never managed to find anyone who had walked the entire trail in late autumn. This only motivated me even more to prepare for this event very seriously. At that moment I realized that it would be not a walk, but a brutal fight for survival. One mistake and I might not return from this true hike. Although at first it seems that I would spend about 500 euros on equipment, in reality I spent 10 times more. But now I had a stormproof Hilleberg Black Label tent, a warm high-class sleeping bag, an inflatable expert mat, a top-of-the-top Montbell down jacket with 1000 downfield power, and many other expensive things. I was ready.